What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the Juicy Bits. If it's your first time, please consider subscribing, join the family. We absolutely love to have you. Now, without further ado, let's dive in and find those juicy bits. So the action kicked off with Rey Mysterio, Edge, and AJ Styles. They're battling it out for the opportunity to be the first to become a new world heavyweight champion on Raw. Super exciting match. You know, there's one point where it looked like Rey botched a move with Edge because he jumped off the rope and he it didn't look like it did anything to Edge. It looked kind of weird and awkward. So I wonder if that was a botch. I'm not entirely sure. But botch or not, it wasn't even a matter of opinion when it all came down to it, because no one was talking about that. What everyone's talking about is AJ Styles grabbing the W. That's right. AJ Styles won round one to qualify. And I'm super excited because this is going to be great to see AJ Styles get the opportunity. Or I say round one as round two. I don't know. Anyways, he's going to have his opportunity to move on to the semifinals. And then from there, if he wins that, he will have an opportunity to fight Seth freaking Rollins for the championship. Is that dope or what? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. Okay. We had another qualifying match for the opportunity to challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship. And this is really cool because this time it was Bobby Lashley, we had Sheamus, and we had Austin Theory. They were all going at it. And here's a very interesting point I want to point out. So there was this report saying that apparently WWE was not happy with all the blood that was on the show, and they wanted to kind of tone back, make sure it wasn't any blood, to keep it family friendly. But last week, you see Brock Lesnar getting busted up really bad, bleeding over the place. This week on SmackDown, then we see freaking Bobby Lashley bust up, bleeding all over the joint, man. I guess accidents happen, obviously. But from what I was told, the Brock angle was intentional. So I wonder if this was intentional. I don't know. But it's just very interesting to see that there is more blood when apparently they wanted less blood. I don't know. But at the end of the day, none of the bloodiness and all that matters, because Bobby got the W regardless. And, he's a beast, man. He's going to freaking do his thing. Even if he's half bloodied and barely able to move around, he's still going to freaking give it his best, and his best was good enough to get a W. So Bobby Lashley moves on. Keep it locked and loaded. I'll let you know what happens next. I'll let you happen. On WWE SmackDown, we finally seen the debut of Cameron Grimes. For you guys who don't know, he was on NXT. He got called up, and he is actually really, really good. So this match I was really looking forward to, even though it was against Corbin, which I was kind of like, oh, Corbin. But it actually was really fun. So Corbin, in the beginning, Corbin is saying, look, you're going to be finished in 2 minutes, and then you're going to be flat on your back, and you're going to wish you were back in NXT. And so the bell rings and the match happens, and literally, I'm not joking, within 5 to 10 seconds, Cameron Grimes did a cave-in on Corbin's chest. That's his move. It's called the cave-in. And he literally just pounded on his chest, put him down for the count within 5 to 10 seconds. It was huge. It was a huge move. It looked really dope. But yeah, I guess it was the other way around, of someone wishing they were probably back in NXT, because Corbin shined bright. Not at all. Anyways, shout out to Cameron Grimes. Great, quick victory. And I want to see more from him. I'm expecting big things from him. He is a freaking amazing wrestler. So Roman Reigns finally made his return, and I gotta say, he looked really good. It's always nice to see these guys after they've had a bit of a break, get refreshed, take some time off. And it was really good, man. I mean, Roman Reigns came in, bloodline in tow, the entire bloodline was there. And Roman tells Solo that there's a problem, and it's not a Riddle or Sammy or KO problem, it's your brothers, right? So finally we're starting to get the story play out where the Usos are now about to get yeah, a bit of a, I guess, a reprimand from the tribal chief, the head of the table. And, it's kind of interesting because then he goes to the Usos. He goes, what, you think you guys are going to lose at Mania and we're not going to talk about it? And, I mean, it's just, we've come to know and love these promos from Roman Reigns. And the Bloodline storyline is absolutely so juicy. It's still so good. And then he goes, he furthers that. He goes, so what, you going to dedicate a match to me? I'm not even a tag team wrestler. Like, why are you dedicating a match to me? We actually have in our bloodline tag team champions as part of our bloodline that you should have dedicated it to. But you dishonor our bloodline, our ancestors, or this and that. It was such a really good one. Uso's face just looks like, oh crap, man, we've messed up again, right? And Roman's there saying, man, I'm the greatest singles champion of all time. Why are you dedicating me? He just looks baffled and confused by it all. And then, Roman says to them, look, man, you guys are embarrassing us. You're disrespecting and all that. Apologize. And the Usos just looking there. Jimmy's all like, what? You kidding me? You got to be kidding me. You apologize? Like, Jimmy was it was actually the other way around. I thought Jay would be the one with a bit more attitude on it, but it was actually Jimmy, right? It's like, I think they take turns being like bad cop, good cop. I don't know. But it was quite interesting to see that Jimmy was the one arcing up on it all, right? And he wasn't going to apologize. And he was starting to look like he was getting ready to be like, yo, man, like, I'm going to throw on you. You know what I'm saying? Throw hands on you. Start walking towards Roman. And then Jay is the one who steps up and goes, look, we apologize. We apologize, Zeus. We apologize, right? And it's the whole time it was very interesting because the crowd was like telling them no, like they were chanting no, like don't apologize and stuff like that, which was really interesting to see the interaction with the crowd as well. It was just so good. It was such an amazing spot. And then after all that goes down and it's revealed, Heyman actually reveals on behalf of Roman that it's going to be Solo and Roman Reigns that are going to be having a tag team match against KO and Sami Zayn at the Night of Champions for the Universal Undisputed not Universal, but the Undisputed Tag Team Championships. So imagine if Roman and Solo wins. He will have more belts. Bro, this is so good. I wonder what's going to happen. I wonder if they're going to let him win. I mean, and Jay and Jimmy were so like, just like, from the fact that they didn't get, he thought that they were going to say that they were going to be the ones fighting for this opportunity to get in there. Cause they were like, give us another chance and we'll win them back. We'll get it back for you, for and all that. And Roman wasn't having it, but I was such a cool little spot, and I'm excited to see what happens. I think Roman dedicating the match to the greatest tag team of all time, the Wild Samoans, instead of to Jimmy and Jay, was a big slap in the face. I mean, that was really cool too. But overall, such a cool little promo, such a cool segment. We know that the storyline is just juicy and it's always good and it always delivers. So I can't wait to see what's next. So I think Night of Champions is going to be so good. I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a freaking just huge card and tons of storytelling and who knows what direction it ends up going. But yeah.
Masarap.
Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez against Damage Control, aka Bailey and Dakota Kai for the championships, the tag team championships. They were on the line. And the way you thought this was going to play out was maybe Bailey, the boss, the big boss of the crew, and her coming in is going to guarantee the victory. That didn't happen that way. They didn't get the victory whatsoever. In fact, it was Liv rolling up Bailey to secure their win and to hold on to those belts. So that's very interesting. I think this is going to cause some more drama for Damage Control. I think that this is really just like another nail in the coffin for them. I see them probably not lasting till the end of the year at this rate because there's a lot of resentment going on. I don't think that Io Sky was particularly happy about that whatsoever. them doing the match instead of her being involved in some shape, form, or fashion. But I guess time will tell. We'll see if they can hold it together somehow, or if they're just going to become an afterthought and end up broken up. But yeah, I guess Liv and Raquel, the momentum continues. OWO is backstage laughing. And the Usos walk by, and the Usos think that they're laughing at them, right? So the Usos, are like starting to pick a fight with them, like, yo, man, y'all want to laugh at us and all this kind of crap and everything. And Escobar drops one of the best lines. I think it was so funny. He goes, hey, it's not our fault that your tribal daddy don't love you no more. Hey, you had to be there. It was actually funnier than it might have sounded when I just said it. I mean, it was really funny. It was in the moment. If you're watching the show and you're following along, you would have thought, yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I like that. On SmackDown, Bianca Belair officially became the longest reigning women's champion of the modern era. And they had a celebration because when you have a milestone like that, of course you got to celebrate. That's a given. And she's celebrating good times. Come on. That should be a song. But of course there's always a party pooper. There's always that one person that doesn't want to see you having a good time. In this case, it was Asuka. Asuka came down. Asuka pretended like she wanted to congratulate her and to shake her hand and say, bravo, bravo. But in reality, it was basically her wanting to miss the hell out of Bianca, which she did. And she missed her so bad that literally she was screaming like a mad person. Like she sounded like a banshee. And she was just screaming. I mean, it was really madness, dude. She was screaming and yelling, and she was just like it was the end of the world for her, man. Like acid or something had melted her face, dude. That mist, whatever's in it, you don't want to get it on your face, because freaking what it did to Bianca, geez, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. But when all was said and done, Asuka was kind of looking like a badass. What is she? She just walks off. She's like, hey, sometimes you feel like you've got the mist of the world on your face. Anyways, yeah, that was a good little segment because, I guess that kind of continues their little story. And I really think that Asuka is going to be the one to take the belt off of Bianca, especially now that she's reached the longest reigning women's champion of the modern era. It's kind of like Roman Reigns and his 1,000 days thing as champion. I think we're going to start seeing some changes happen soon rather than later. So, I don't know. What you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Bobby Lashley and AJ Styles battled it out for the semifinals so that whoever wins this match basically are going to be able to have the opportunity to fight Seth freaking Rollins for the new World Heavyweight Championship. And here's the interesting thing, man. I think a lot of people, including myself, felt that Bobby Lashley going into this was going to be the one who came out, having that opportunity. And I was kind of a little bit bummed about that in my head because I was like, I don't really know if I'm ready to see Bobby and Seth again, that kind of situation. But to my pleasant surprise, AJ Styles, the returning AJ Styles, the phenomenal one, was the one who got the opportunity because he got the W over Bobby. And let me tell you, it was good to see AJ doing what he does best, phenomenal forearm, freaking doing the moves that AJ Styles in the house that he built. It was great to see, and I am so even more excited to see AJ and Seth going for that belt. That means one of them will be the inaugural first new World Heavyweight Champion of this belt. I can't wait, guys. This is going to be so good, and we're going to not have to wait long to even find out because that match happens in like 2 weeks. So get your popcorn ready. Get your chicken wings ready. Get your freaking whatever else you like to watch at big pay-per-views premium live events because, yeah, this is going down. Night of Champions. Make sure you got lock and loaded. And make sure that you're lock and loaded to this channel too because you don't want to miss out on the updates. I got you. Subscribe, all noties. Catch you next one. We out.